Hey everybody, this here is Big Will, and today we are doing a first for me. I am grading a square bound book. This is Giant Size Man Thing #1, and the only reason I own it is to say I have a giant size man thing. And I can tell you right now, this thing says 68 big pages. That probably means there's 64 pages on the interior, plus the front and back of the front cover and the front and back of the back cover to equal 68, which means if there's 64, that would be 32 on each side. Pages are double sided, so 32 and half would be 16. So we should have 16, a centerfold, and then 16. And of course, in square bounds, the staples are positioned differently. So we'll have to figure out what this looks like once we get into it. Now, I don't care about the grade on this thing. Like I said, I just wanted to have one to say I have one. But since we do it with all the books, might as well go over it with the black light. Although I can tell you right now, it's got a lot of abrasions along the edges. Corners are completely dented. And then, of course, yeah, there's nothing. I see nothing as far as restoration or anything here. But there is some issues on this corner, as we can see here. And speaking of the spine with a square bound, you usually want to look at it like this and see what we have here. It's not focusing. Well, anyway, you can tell how beat up it is, even though it's not focusing for you. So let's look at the front cover here in the light. I see some dent and dings, multiple color breaking creases right here along the spine. But for the most part, the cover is intact, nothing missing. Let's look at the back. Okay, now the back cover looks much better as far as the dents and the dings, and it's not as abraded as the other one is on the edges. But we do have some issues, such as right here where my thumb is. And then, of course, you have all along the spine. That's really bad right there. It's probably a tear. And of course, we have that issue there. Anyway, let's see how many pages this thing has. And while we're in there, let's look at the page quality as well. So we're turning our first page. Then we have page 1, page 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and this here is page 16. Let's see what we have. Okay. Everything seems to be looking good. Now that's 16. This should be the centerfold. So let's see if my theory is correct. So we have page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and the final page of 16 and 16. So I am correct on my assumption on how they come up with the page count of this book. So now, after looking at the interior pages, I'll show them to you one more time. I would say these are cream to off-white. Most likely these, I would say, are off-white. We're going to say cream to off-white. And based on the damage to the book, I am going to give a grade of a 5.0. Let's consult the book and see if a 5.0 is any kind of accurate for this. Okay, so at 5.0, what do we have? Well, on this Shazam #1, which came out not too different of a time frame from the giant size book, this is a 5.0. It has a 1/8 corner crease, an edge tear. It has a crease here, staple stress lines, small spine creases, a staple tear, and a 1/2 spine split. It actually doesn't look that bad. Let's look at the Astro Boy on the other page. It's also a 5.0. It has tape residue running across the book. You can see that there. Oh, excuse me. Tape residue running across the bottom. It has edge browning. It has an abraded corner, edge stains, and corner stains. And let's see here. Its page quality is off-white to white. Now let me flip through. Let's see. I'm not seeing any tears or anything in here. Let's go down a grade to a 4.5. What do we have in a 4.5? Okay. 4.5, this Marvel Comics 19, as the staples are not centered, their spine stress lines, rust migration, a spine split, small tear, rounded corner, color flecking, chip out, color flecking, reading crease, spine split, and spine tears. And there you go. Look at the. So that's actually looking a lot closer to what we have. Let's see here. 4.5. This has a rounded corner, an ink stain, rounded corner, color rub, staple wear, edge piece missing, crease and a corner piece missing. And it is a 4.5. You can see there the corner missing. And it's creamed off-white in its page quality. So based on that, I'm thinking I should change my grade. I should lower it. I will say that this square-bound book, without a press as it sits, of course, pressing doesn't solve everything, mind you. I just say that in case there's something that it could improve upon. But I'm going to change the grade and say this book is a 4.5. And a 4.5, if I translate that for you, a 4.5 is very good plus. Now, let's look at the CGC data. And as the same with one of the other books I have graded, there's not enough data, but the last sale for a 9.8 was $375, which leads me to believe that this is probably a $40 book, maybe $25 to $30 if it's graded, which means it's probably not worth it to grade. But I might do it just because I want to have a giant-sized Man-Thing. And that would be the only reason. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoy making these. I have a small stack of other books here to grade as well. And we will see you guys next time. Later.